What's going on, everybody? It's your boy the Rabbit coming with you with another Boyne audio blog for you. It's helping me out. Today I had my let's just be honest with you. I had my domestic abuse classes, and things things are starting to turn. Uh, I don't want to say I'm getting better or anything, but I am. Um, I'm starting to see a lot of things in a better um, perspection. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Whatever. Fuck it. Um, just a lot of things that I was trying not to do and end up doing it anyway. Either it was because of being afraid of not being heard, or trying not to be like my family, who clearly don't give two shits. Uh, you know, like I said, they only want me around when I'm healthy, and it is what it is. But just just being able to like open up to like other guys who like either been in the same situation I am. Actually, guys that I'm with, um, they're still with their significant other. Where my mental episode caused me to lose mass. It hurts. It hurts so much that I kind of cry myself to sleep from time to time. Minus the other health issues that's going on. Just the way her Christian family is. We'll never get back together. That's just the way life is. That's the way the cards was dealt. I can't do nothing about it. The only thing I can do is figure out my triggers, and I'm starting to see a lot of them. It's still gonna take time. I still got a lot of family problems I gotta deal with. You know, stuff that's you know genetically coded, and whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm trying to be a better me. I'm trying to rebuild myself. I'm trying to figure out the things that I like to do, instead of working so hard to please people so I can fit in, because I hate being by myself. I hate not being part of something. And I guess that's my issue, is like, there's things like I want my Camaro, I want my bike. I've been wanting those for like the last past 10 years, and I keep pushing it off, just to make sure other people are happy around me, and make sure they accept me and stuff like that. For me, going out my way doing stuff for them, and I'm coming to realize like that's not how I should be doing things, and it hurts. It really does. Like when you really sit down and think about it, like I'm not getting no handouts or anything like that. Nobody's giving me a pat on the back saying, "Oh, you're doing a good job," or "Oh, I don't know how to help you, but let's take these steps to figure out what's going on." It took me for me to go to jail and figure out I have Lyme disease. I am 100% positive for Lyme disease, and it's affecting the nervous system in my brain. And from what's going on is I contracted the Lyme disease first. Once it worked itself through my nervous system into the brain, it started causing me to have severe migraines. From there on, the migraines got so intense that it caused me to have a mini seizure and a mini stroke at the same time. But the migraines were so powerful that it kind of like didn't give me the symptoms of the seizure and strokes. That's just from what my tests are showing. But I don't know if people did research or knew somebody that this happened to, but like there's been cases where people have migraines and don't um, don't know what's going on around them, don't know what they're saying or anything like that. Like they can be as sane as ever, but like just not there, and that's what happened. And nobody's around for me to to really get what's happening except for these guys at these groups. And like, like I said, I cried and when I went there and explained to them what was going on. And it felt good not being judged or anything like that. It felt good to have somebody like, oh, it's all right, it's gonna be okay, you're here now, you're getting the help you needed mentally and physically, we're here to help you. And that meant a lot. And these are strangers, these are complete strangers. Like, we all two different lifestyle, and I think I'm the youngest there at 31. And like everybody's like 30 between 33 and probably 40. I think the one guy who just left was like in his 60s or something like that. But like, it was nice to have people that like have my back, like family. Like, them guys, to me, like, it's probably gonna sound stupid or whatever, but those guys are like family to me, because they know what's going on, they hear what I'm saying, and we're all just coming up with like different ideas of how to help each other and how to cope with stuff. It's really good, and I still got like 20 something weeks of this stuff, and I am enjoying every single moment being there with those guys and trying to figure out what's going on. And it's awesome. It's been it's a journey. It's a journey. Besides my two roommates who's there for me, a couple other people that's there for me, my daughter, her mom, and her dad, and a few family members. Like, I'm in this by myself, and I understand this is one of those, you reap and you sow, you made your bed, so sleep in it type thing. And it's one of the, I'm like, I didn't ask to have Lyme disease. I didn't ask it to affect the nervous system and cause me to do all these crazy things, but it happened for a reason. The symptoms of the Lyme disease are there. My mom, bless her soul. My mom is your typical average black mother who's like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. The doctors just want your money. I'm just like, Mom, like, I got the blood work. Wow, you're my son. I know what's wrong with you. And I'm just like, Mom, I love you so much, but geez, you could be so hard-headed at times. And I don't fault her for that. My mom had a stroke, and she's going through a lot of health issues. And I think one of the reasons why she's saying that is she don't want to believe that her oldest child is having all these health issues at a young age. And it is what it is. Lyme disease, I got it from a tick bite. It could have happened when I was working in the yard, and because we haven't treated the yard, I'm a technician, so I'm working on the cars in the garage. I'm on the ground. There's insects and stuff like that. I got bit, and I don't know when I got bit. I didn't feel it or anything like that. It is what it is. It's not going to stop me from doing this stuff. I got a buddy in Ohio. He got horses and stuff like that. That's still not going to stop me from going down there and hanging out with him because I'm scared to get Lyme disease. Like, shoot, I can leave the house and go out to my car and get hit by a truck. Like, is that going to stop me from doing things? No. That's just the way it is. And I just got to keep pushing forward, and it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It is difficult as ever. A lot of things that I'm so used to like saying, there's a lot of things that I'm so used to doing that I have to like rectify. And I'm getting to the point where like there's certain things that would set me off, and now I'm able to like step back in my mind and observe how it's making me feel and take the necessary actions to keep me from derailing. Another problem is that I'm always constantly hitting myself with a plastic bat. That's what my old boss used to tell me. And it was just like, if it wasn't perfect, then I did something wrong. I'm a failure, you know. And that's stuff that I had to learn. Like, I have to fail to succeed. And I made a terrible mistake. No matter how you look at it, I'm a woman beater. I have to eat that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I gotta eat that. And the next woman that talks to me, I gotta let her know. Like, look, like, I went to jail. I'm considered a woman beater. I'm still working on trying to figure out what my triggers are and how to better myself. And just being upfront with somebody about that, that's all I can do. And it's their choice if they want to still talk to me or not. At this moment, I'm not talking to nobody. There's nobody I really want to talk to, because right now I'm just trying to figure out what makes me happy. I've been doing all this stuff to make other people happy, but what makes Rabbit happy? What are the things that makes me happy? And I'm trying to get back into that, but with these health issues that's going on, it's hard. It's a journey, and it's a dark alley that I have to walk down by myself and get to the light at the end of that alley. And that's where all the demons are at. That's where they all play. That's where they're in my head, because there's darkness, and that's where they thrive on. They thrive on the negative emotions that's going on. And I'm not going to completely get rid of my negative emotions. There's no way to completely get rid of negative emotions, because it's a yin and yang thing. But to be able to not let those completely control me is what is the hard part. I'm still working on it. I'm 31, so I've been going through this stuff for like years. So, and like the guy said at the meeting, like, after these 20 something weeks, I'm not going to be completely new. I can't go at it like, oh yeah, I completed this stuff and I'm going to hold it over everybody's head. I'm like, no. Like, yeah, I completed the work, but I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm going to make mistakes. But how I deal with those mistakes is what's going to define how I go on in life. So, that's about it. Besides, my doctor wanted to do a spinal tap on me, and I'm not looking forward to that, because it's either whoever does it is either going to do it wrong, and I'm going to be paralyzed from the waist down, or my back's going to be screwed up for years, for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. Like I say, I got a daughter, and I want to be there for her, so I'm trying to use that as my motivation to get better, for not just for my sakes, but for her sakes too. I've been trying to talk to her and everything like that, but she's in her teenage years, and it seems like she's in her emo stage, which is fine. I'm not gonna press the issue or whatever. Just she's finding her way in life, and she got to understand that her dad's there, and even though her dad's going through issues and stuff like that, he is going to be there, and that's just what I gotta do. I gotta keep pushing forward. I mean, I'm only human. You know, I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be lonely. But at the same time, it's like I gotta do this necessary stuff so I don't hurt nobody else or myself again. And just, I think my biggest problem is just the fear of being hurt. And my family, for some odd reason, is known for infidelity. Why is that such a thing? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't think it's cool. I don't think that's a trophy that needs to be on the wall. I, it just doesn't sit well with me. It don't. Cause like stuff like that comes back to bite you in the ass later on in life when you feel like that stuff is done. You're done and over doing that stuff, but you know when you're ready to settle down and you meet up with somebody, you know they're gonna do all the shit that you done did to all these people, you know, all these years. So it's crazy. I'm gonna make the best out of this situation. I'm gonna do what I can and just go from there. I mean, just trying to walk the right path the best I can and do what I gotta do. So, you know, I'm gonna end it here. I appreciate the people that's listening to this, and you know, one thing I'm gonna leave with you guys is like, for anybody that's going through some stuff or whatever it is, I'm not gonna preach to you. I'm not no therapist, but at the same time, you know, don't be afraid to like talk to somebody. You know, don't be afraid to like go to somebody and just like, look, I need you to just listen to what I have to say or whatever, or write it down or do something. Like, do something to like get the help. Like, you know, you're always gonna need somebody that's gonna listen. You know, whether it's your significant other, whether it's like a brother or sister, a complete stranger, like somebody, you know, so it's not bottled up. Like, you don't want to continue having a shit bucket over your head and just keep it there until things just keep filling it up, and then it overflows. It's not healthy. And that's coming from personal experience. It's not healthy. But thank you guys once again for listening, and I'll catch you again later. Deuces.